So, this is it. Finally. Finally. This is probably the most anticipated DC Universe Classics figure for me ever since they launched the line. I really couldn't wait until they get this character. Of course, as you can see, it's the Joker. This figure is just, it's amazing. You can see the great head sculpt, the whole sculpt and body is just wonderful. It is the same exact body as the Gentleman Ghost, but whereas the flat one color white really kind of made that figure, as good as it was, pretty boring color wise. Of course, the purple, orange, and green of the Joker really uh, makes that so much more vibrant. It is no longer hidden by the cloak that Gentleman Ghost had. So you can see that frees up the articulation and shows a little bit more off of the uh, the detailing in the jacket and vest. You can see now the uh, coattails. There's this, of course, the hole back here, which is a minor flaw. The arms, uh, they kind of, when they're posed, they stick out a little bit in the way that the articulation is at the shoulders, but all those are very minor. Now, as for articulation, upper body, arms go in and out, up and down. There's a uh, swivel at the bicep, but it does break up the sculpt a little bit. They bend at the elbow, and only one side does the wrist bend. On the other side, the sleeve gets in the way. So that's minor. I would have liked both to have swiveled, really. There's slight waist articulation. I'm not going to force it. There's a abdominal crunch articulation, but again, waist articulation is pretty much limited by the vest. Hip articulation is very nice, again, just like Gentleman Ghost. Up and down, forward and back, out to the side, swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee, bend at the foot, and the little pivot for the feet. Not much. So for accessories, Joker is probably the best accessorized figure. First, he has his cane with the little Joker face. Now, it is very flimsy. That's my only problem with it, that soft rubbery stuff. He's got some cards, and as you can see, he held that very nicely in his hands. And the top card is, of course, a Joker card. Back is just a plain red. This little rubbery thing, which is okay, soft rubber, they're cards. The laughing fish, got a nice smile on it, of course, from the fairly well-known story, which was adapted for the Batman animated series. He holds that pretty well in his hand. And last, we have the weakest of the accessories, which is this Joker mallet. Now, I believe this is a nod to the classic superpowers Joker, who came with a green mallet like this. And again, you can see the Joker face with the handle as the nose, kind of creepy, and the letter J on both sides. Coming off with such realistic looking accessories such as the cards and the laughing fish, this comes off as just a little goofy. Maybe if it were painted to look wooden instead of just green plastic, just doesn't look like it fits with the other accessories. Of course, the true origin of the Joker isn't really known. He had become a criminal and then became the masked criminal, the Red Hood. And that's when he was thrown into the vat of chemicals that made him the Joker. And from then on, he met Batman, and it was, they had their weird relationship for, 60, 70 years. Their love-hate relationship has flourished. Now, he's a very smart guy. He knows how to do mechanical stuff and chemical stuff, and he knows a lot of psychology. He can really push people's buttons. He's had a lot of impact on the Batman universe, especially in the modern age. I mean, of course, there's the death of Jason Todd. He killed Jason Todd. He shot Barbara Gordon and paralyzed her. And he shot Sarah Essen Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's second wife. And he's had lots of different people portray him, from Cesar Romero in the 60s television show to Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill in the animated series, and of course Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight Returns. And he's probably the most famous villain out of all the superhero villains. Another cool thing about the Joker is that there are lots of different interpretations and versions that artists and writers come up with, and they all work as the Joker. And that says something about the character and the position that he has, in that there's the jokester, trickster type character. There's not really much else to say. I think I went through a lot of what the Joker was about in my Silver Age Joker review, so check that out. That's the Silver Age Batgirl and Joker 2-pack review. And if you can find this guy, it's a no-brainer. If you see him anywhere, in stores, in a comic book shop, anywhere, online for a nice price, don't go too crazy. But yeah, this is a figure to have. Out of all the Wave 10, he is the one that I absolutely had to have. The others were, it'd be nice to get, but this was a must-have. So, until next time, see you.